A couple of years ago, the city of Dallas and some nonprofits got together to try to determine how many actual loose dogs were in the area, and they came up with about 9,000. It's our goal to try to help reduce that number because it's going to be very difficult for the city to do that by itself. My passion for rescue goes back to when I was a small child, and seeing these dogs suffer in the city of Dallas and the southern areas of Dallas is really painful for me, and I'd like to really help make a difference.
Yeah, we're here mostly every day of the week, out here trying to help these dogs and either feed them or help them in some way. My hopes for this, they were not needed, that there's just never any dogs on the street or dogs suffering, but now that's not gonna be true anytime soon. So just being able to help any dog, just without hesitation about we can't afford it or there's not a foster, that there's just gonna be a foster for the dog and money for the dog.
Sure, there's a lot of bigger rescues than us that take a lot more dogs, but I don't think there's anyone else that concentrates on what we concentrate on to the extent we do. We wanted to be able to find a dog on the street that needed us, and we wanted to be able to promise to it that we'd be able to help it. But now we can do that. We can pick up a dog from the street, and whether I take it to my house or the shelter or whatever, we can save it.
So for a group like this to exist is really important for me because there's a lot of animals out there that need their help. Unfortunately, there are owners that are not good owners, they're not supposed to have animals, or they are in a bad condition and they just left the dog outside. So for me, it's really important to have an organization like that so we can help those animals that need extra help.
It takes a lot of heart to do what they do, honestly. So I could not do it. I could not go out and see the things that they see. I think that we honestly sometimes see them almost in better condition by the time they bring them here.
Gaining the trust of them over time is a big deal. I mean, Rel's out here every day and she's gained the trust of quite a few of the dogs. But we've pulled some that are still feral, that when they get put into a home, like we've pulled them and they get put into a home and they're shut down because they're so scared. They need love, and a lot of our dogs need medical attention for heartworms, tick-borne illnesses. When they're in treatment, they need the love and the care from someone just so they know it's okay. Like, yeah, you're hurting now, but I'm here to help. And I think that helps the dogs just feel more comfortable to know that they're loved. And by far, that's the one thing that they need the most is love.
And that's what people don't get, is that, yes, they're living on the street. They are the most thankful animals, be it dog, cat, whatever. They know who their saver is. They know who their rescuer is. And they will reward that person with their loyalty for the rest of their lives. I used to be the person that said, I can never foster because I will get too attached and never be able to give them up. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Yes, you shed tears, but they're happy tears when they go to the perfect home, and you know they have. You found that perfect place for them, and they will be happy and looked after the rest of their lives.
Little Simon here was found in a junkyard, and he was rescued along with all his siblings. He was a good, loving home, and you can really tell it when you got him because he was not fearful, he was very well socialized, he was happy, was calm, and I think it has to do with the personal interaction environment, the passion that people have to actually hands-on raise the dogs when they're most impressionable.
It just made me realize how valuable and how top-notch the DSDA adoption process is, and I think that DSDA goes through that process. Yes, of course they want to get the dogs out of foster and get them adopted, but it's more important for them to wait a little longer and find the right home.
We couldn't do this without our donors. I beg, borrow and steal to do this. I would have not a dollar to my name if I didn't have supporters. I just love that people can help us. And some people will drop off blankets at my door, or they'll, bring me dog food or things like that, and everything helps.
This wouldn't be possible without donors. Like, this whole operation would not happen.
These guys have nothing, they have no hope. And if it wasn't for us, they're not gonna die with dignity. If we can get more people coming to adopt our dogs and more foster homes, we can save a whole lot more.
We just want to thank all of our supporters, fosters, donors, volunteers, that we've really been able to make a huge difference within the first, hasn't even been a first year of our organization. And dogs like Rowdy really appreciate you guys.